Hey, this is Steven from Legit Tech Tutorials and the Legit PC, and today we are talking about the Zombie Alamo. So I believe this is episode 8. So we're going to talk, obviously it's been like almost 2 years since I've last done this game, so I need to get back into it, and I'll probably be doing that off screen mostly to be figuring out how all this stuff goes. So basically what happened is I recently updated multiple versions all the way back up to the newest version, and you see we have almost 600 errors or 600 warnings and then 600 errors, it looks like, or something, where basically a lot of this GUI does not exist anymore or something, and a lot of different stuff does not exist anymore. Anyways, so I basically imported it into the newer version of Unity, which is what we're running right now, which is 2019 3.0.0A6, and then we imported it, and it used to use, I can't remember, it used like a really old version, and so obviously a lot of things were lost here. So basically I can't exactly go into the newest, we can't exactly go in here and start programming, because what I'm going to have to do before we do that, and it's probably not going to be by this next weekend because I'm going to be gone on vacation, so I might have to do two of, but what I will do is I will work on this. How about that? I will work on this to try to get this working, because basically what happens is this was playable, I believe, last time, and if you hit play, it basically just crashes, and then I got to bring Unity back up, and then Unity opens in this Unity hub. You double click and you click on your project, opens your project up, blah blah. So pretty much what we're going to be doing in this video is kind of organizing what we're going to be doing further, and then next week I'll work on it. I don't know if I'll do a video on it because there's not really much, you know, I don't know if I'm going to have much headway, because again, pretty much this entire week I'm going to be gone all the way up to Saturday, and then on Sunday I'm coming back from Oregon, and I'm going to a birthday party. So I'm probably not going to be doing much on Saturday on the PC, so I might do an Ava's game video, and might not get around to this. I might be able to work on this a little bit. So basically what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go back through and see if I could clear up all of these errors to the point where I don't have to start all over again, right? Anyways, so hopefully I could do that to where I don't have to start all over again with all this, with all these assets and stuff. And so let's basically what I'm deciding of doing on this video is we're going to play the demo that we last played, and we're going to figure out what else this guy needs, and we're going to write it down here in our Trello. So let's go ahead and go in. So this again is our game here, but a lot of stuff is missing for some reason. So let's go ahead and check out the demo. So the demo is here. These are all the files or whatever. And then this is the standard screen it came with. Alright, so you see that we have parts here that were not. So here's WASD. So one thing that I do want to do, I don't want the guy to turn. This is okay. What he's doing with his arm is okay. I mean, it's not the best. I would rather like to see his eyes, but it's kind of something interesting to see. So there's a little bit of freezing here. I don't know why that is. Now it's not doing it. It's fine now. But everything here works. Obviously no next weapon. And here it says that this is basically left or right. Oop. So one of the things I definitely want to do is I want to save. So let's put this here, and what I'll do is I'll do side screen and then this here. So definitely what I want to do is I want to save what is it called? Oh, sorry. Tired cat jumped on my desk. So I'm going to save the touch screen actions till last. So basically get rid of all this GUI stuff, because again, the GUI stuff is probably also a big thing that's causing a lot of issues with this guy, because again, this GUI is from like 2 years old. So basically delete GUI. I'm going to say okay, delete GUI for now. So what about some other gameplay aspects? So obviously different types of zombies. And then we did want to add guns. Okay, well, that's later. So another thing is we want to add the different zones. So different zones of the prison. So basically expand map. And then, so basically we'll probably do that first. And then closable gates. So basically, when you go back here, there's supposed to be a gate here, right? So like a gate here, and then you close the gate, and then the zombies are on the other side of the gate, and you can slash them through the gate, but eventually, eventually they break through. We need to double check and make sure that we have stamina, and stamina regain mechanic. So again, if you remember, the stamina regain is every time we swing the axe, when it comes back up slower. It always goes down the same speed, but every time it comes back slower, the rotation's slower. And it has to wait until it comes all the way back up till you could swing again. So it goes all the way down to a certain point, and then you have to wait for the stamina regain. So the idea is you're fighting the zombies here, you're hacking, hack again, and then you back up, wait for stamina to go, hack, etc. So stamina and stamina regain mechanic have to be there, and then also the other one's crafting. So again, we were supposed to be able to hit these trees. So I don't know how I'm going to go about doing that. I don't know if I could do clicking on him. Maybe put a button underneath them, or because again, the issue with this is the contact between the zombies and the tree. Right, so is it going to hit the tree or is it going to hit the zombies? So maybe there'll be like a craft something, maybe like a right click, and then later on there'll be like a craft button. So you're not like hitting the tree and the zombie at the same time. And then the craft mechanic will still use the axe, but it will disregard the zombie and it'll like swing in the back. Right? Or what I could do is I could make this guy move in the background, and you see him actually move in the background and start smacking on the tree. But he's still hittable, let's say this way. So you can't just like avoid the zombies by going back there and glitch it out. So crafting mechanic with tree to make wind spear. Okay, so crafting wind spear, and then we're going to have item condition. So wooden spear will break eventually and need to be recrafted. Right? So that's another one. So another one is a metal spear from inside Alamo prison, but takes longer to craft, does more damage, and lasts longer. So basically what happens is you go inside the prison here, and there's going to be a closed gate, a gate that you cannot manipulate, that you go over there and you hit craft button, in this case right click, let's say. Right click, craft button. And right click, you're not right clicking on something specifically. You're right clicking on when you're near it. Maybe there'll be like a little thing that props up that'll say craft. There'll be some GUI or something that props up when you're near it, and then if you right click, it'll craft. So basically in the game, we'll have something here where you could tap on it and you'll craft there. And you basically, let's say you have to hold it. So let's say for here, I have to hold right click until it crafts, for example. So hold right click to craft. On mobile, hold down GUI button until craft is complete. Character is hittable while crafting. Okay, so we got the closable gate, closable destroyable gates to hold off zombies, stamina and stamina regain mechanic, crafting mechanic retreat to make wooden spear, hold right click and blah blah, and condition so wooden spear will break eventually and needs to be recrafted. And then let's say here it would be safe with guns that can be unlocked by killing X-Guard members to get keys to open up gun safe. So basically there'll be guys that look very similar to your character. I forgot what my character's name is even. It's been so long I should probably watch all the other videos. But basically it's this guy here. I haven't watched all the other videos, so that's probably what I'll have to do is rewatch all my old videos. Because I can't even remember what this guy's name was. Anyways. Oh, I think I called him the yard something. I don't think he had a name. I think he was just like a groundskeeper. The groundskeeper. That's what I used to call him. So he's just the groundskeeper. So again, to remind you guys of the story, basically he's the groundskeeper. He was brought on to the zombie Alamo prison. So this is going to have a name here, Alamo prison. And the reason why it's called Zombie Alamo is that it's kind of a play on words, you know, from one of the wars, Mexican-American War or whatever. Can't remember the exact war, but there was the Alamo, which was the last place that I can't remember which side, but basically it's a place where a war was fought, where there's a place called the Alamo, or they called it the Alamo as some sort of definition of something, and basically it's the last place that you fight, right? It's the last stronghold where you lay down your life. For example, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen Saving Private Ryan, right? At the very end when Tom Hanks and well, I mean, he wasn't a big part of it, but Matt Damon, right? Matt Damon was the guy they were going to get. They were at that last place, and they were holding that bridge, right? That bridge that they decided to blow up at the end. Actually, they didn't blow it up. They didn't blow it up because the planes came and destroyed the tank. But basically, that was their Alamo, right? That was their last stand. That was the last place they were going to hold. Because if the tanks got through, they were going to come and defeat and cause a lot of damage, and a lot of people were going to die. A lot more people were going to die. So that's basically the same thing here. It's a play on words. This is the Alamo, and it was called and the funny thing is called Alamo Prison. And then the zombies invade, and so basically this groundskeeper was brought on to the grounds to take care of the grounds, and in payment, he was going to be able to live there. And because he was able to live there, this is kind of his home. So he wasn't actually he was getting currency from these guys, and he was able to live here. So when the zombie apocalypse happened, everybody left, and all of the inmates have been evacuated to out of the area. But this is the only home he's known. He's been here a long time, so he decides to use his crafty skills as a groundskeeper, also a mechanic, and basically does everything at the prison to keep everything in good shape. That he decides to use all of his special knowledge to defend the zombie Alamo, the Alamo prison. So he's able to go in here and craft and fight these zombies. So that's basically the story. All right. So what else do we need? Saving guns gonna be locked. Killing X-Guard. Okay. So we also need a round and zombie count mechanics. So right now I don't think we have any round mechanics. So every time so right now it's just these two come at you, and then that's it. So we need to have like 2 at the beginning, and the next round 3, and next round 4, next round 5, and we need to have a heads-up display. Round 1, zombies left, blah blah blah. Round 2, zombies left. But that's probably debug right now. Later on, we're gonna get rid of the zombies left, and you're just gonna have round number. So, yeah. but we need round and zombie count. So every round there's a zombie count that increases. Also, some different types of zombies. So, yeah. Oh, and then obviously some sort of online scoreboard mechanic. And then obviously crap ton of beta testing, blah blah blah. What else? And then we need to obviously and then add mobile support such as GUI buttons, etc. So test all the GUI buttons and all that stuff, make sure all that stuff works. Okay, and that's pretty much, I mean, that's pretty much the game right there. So we have some very, very simple mechanics here. So first thing is to delete these, and that's probably going to cause a lot of relief on the system here as far as all these new things that it has issues with. So I need to go back and look through all of this stuff and what all of the issues it has here and why a whole bunch of crap disappeared. Maybe it has issues with the sky now. Sky might be in a different spot. And then I had to familiarize myself with all this stuff. So I'll probably actually re-watch all my videos just to remember how to do all this stuff, because I haven't messed with this software in a really long time. So that might be something that I do between now and then. So now we have a good idea of the mechanics that we need to add. And the mechanics are already here, whether or not, but basically before I start the next video, I need to make sure that I at least have everything working that worked up to video 7. And so we just continue like nothing really happened. Oops. But so far I was able to open it. That's good. And another thing is this sun is completely pointless because of where this is, so you can't even see it. But, yeah. And obviously all of this is Sprite. And so the idea is, if you saw some of my one of my other videos, eventually we'll have a 3D version of this, either on Unity or Unreal or something, which I do not know yet. So let's double check through here and see if there's anything else. Oh, obviously sound. Oops. So we need sound, or music, I guess you could say. Music. Item impact sounds, or weapon sounds. Zombie impact sounds, and zombie sounds. And maybe even like a character. So kind of like a verbal cue, like an audio cue that the character's running low on stamina, right? Like or something like that. And so you could tell, like, it basically gets louder and louder and louder. And so you could tell that your guy is running out of stamina, right? And obviously we need a lot more artwork. Pixel art, artwork. That kind of deal. What else? And then obviously streamlining the whole thing. All right. So that's basically what we have there. This is going to be a big problem, getting rid of all these issues and looking at all the things that they've truncated and got rid of. And all of the documentation that they changed and all the updates that they do, because again, this is a brand new version. So, but obviously I want to keep up to date with a brand new version so that if you were working with what you were doing now, you would be able to continue. So obviously we're going to go through and I'll show you guys on the next video that I shoot of this guy of what exactly we changed and stuff like that. Maybe next week, probably the next thing that I would do is talk about one of these other games that we'll be doing. Obviously, I want to finish this one first, but if I wanted to shoot a video, we'll just talk about what exactly that game would entail as far as gameplay-wise and all that kind of stuff. Alrighty, well, we got 20 minutes in, and we went over everything that we kind of need to do here. I'm sure we don't need to have everything known as of right now, but and here it shows, but it's probably because the GUI is behind, which is probably in the wrong canvas. Anyways, so yeah, I'll figure it out, figure all this stuff back out again, watch all my videos over again, because I really can't remember much, but I'll figure it out. Alright, oh, there's a canvas right there. Anyways, so we'll continue going on this once I get all of these errors cleared and we could finally compile what we have, and then we'll start adding, and then we'll start from the beginning there, not from the very beginning, but we'll start adding these components here. Alright, so this has been Steven from Legit Tutorials and the Green Engineers. If you guys have not seen, not the Green Engineers, the Legit PC, if you guys have not seen my first set of 7 videos, I'm pretty sure, let me show you, and those ones all had titles and stuff, all that kind of jazz. Let me show you what that looks like. So that is these guys right here. Okay, so it's oops. So it's an intermediate Unity. So we have up to 7, yeah. So this is Unity 5. I don't think they even call it even a number anymore. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So basically we're going to change this so that we update it, and I don't know if I'll use Visual Studio or the built-in. I think that the built-in should be fine instead of working with Visual Studio again. So we will see, but that's been a really long time. Obviously, I'll show you the most recent one. It's been almost 2016. It's 2019 March, so it's been 3+ years at this point. 3 years and a couple months. March, April, May, June, and basically it's July right now. It's just past 12 o'clock in the morning, so it's July minus 17 days. So I'm gonna call it 3.5 months. So 3 years and 3.5 months it's been since we last visited this game. So it's been a time waiting for working on this game again. Alright, so I will see you guys in the next one. Super excited to get this thing working again and get myself familiarized with Unity. Basically, it's going to be what I'm using to keep me sharp with working with programming, because sometimes I lose practice working on other Green Engineer stuff like Arduino, which I have in this other window. So I want this to be the thing that I use to fun way to keep up with programming, and also keep track of my Construct 3 tutorial. So keep watching that. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one, where we'll be working on this guy, I guess you could say, from this, that would be video 9. Alright, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy. Peace.